Extreme temperatures continue to hamper fire crews in British Columbia, and more people are being forced from their homes as fast-growing wildfires trigger additional evacuation orders. CBC's Natasha Fatah is on the story. Bring me up to speed. What's the latest, Natasha?
Suhana, there is no relief in sight for the hundreds of firefighters, not only from Canada, but from abroad, who've come to British Columbia to fight those wildfires. The fire season started early. It has been blistering. It has been unforgiving, as has the weather. So these two the combination of the wildfire season and how intense it has been and how intense the weather in BC has been is just creating this terrible recipe for disaster, not only for the people who live in these areas, but also for the environment as a whole. Some of this region is not going to look the same once we head into the fall. And so what we've heard from the public safety minister of the province of BC is that they don't anticipate any relief, at least in terms of the weather and the fires dying down, until the beginning of fall. So there's going to be a few more weeks of this moving forward. So let's look at the latest on the fire situation. Right now, at least 270 wildfires burning throughout the province. 30 of them are described as extremely threatening and highly visible. That also includes 6,500 square kilometers of burnt land since the fire season began. Now, 6,500 square kilometers, what does that mean? It just means it's a lot. And it's a lot more than we usually account for at this time in the fire season, because again, the fire season started so much earlier. Now, one of the biggest wildfires that we've been watching for the past few weeks is the White Rock Lake fire. It's burning between Vernon and Kamloops. It is still spreading quickly. It's pushing and pushing its territory. It's swallowed up a whole bunch of buildings and structures and homes. Hundreds of people have been forced to evacuate their land and their territories. And now it's inching closer towards the Okanagan Lake area, where more evacuation alerts are in place, and potentially those alerts turn into orders. Another place where we have seen a new alert go out is around the Tremont Creek wildfire. That's a newer fire that we're watching, and the evacuation order has gone into place for Logan Lake. About 2,000 individuals live in that area. They've been told you need to move out as quickly as possible. And again, hundreds of firefighters on the ground, but they're saying they've never had to deal with anything like this. They're describing the scenarios as catastrophic and beyond extreme. Everyone in the province is being urged to stay on top of the provincial information as it comes in, check in with BC Emergency Management, with the BC Wildfire Services. If you're told you need to evacuate your home, just do it. There's no room for negotiation, and it's not worth risking your life, Suhana.
There are concerns, Natasha, about the weather forecast in the coming days. What are these fire crews facing?
There's no relief in sight, at least not for the next few days. But as you know, in a matter of a few days, things can get so extreme and so much more out of control, and thousands of people can be affected. So we're still expecting those high temperatures, anywhere from the upper 20s into the lower 40s. You've got extreme gusts of wind, which then can spread the fire. You've got a drought in the southern part of the province. So if it's drought, that's tinder for all these flames to just burst, and it could spread very, very quickly. So this is all a bad combination, but it also has a deep impact on the quality of the air that we're breathing. And as a result, Environment Canada has issued an air quality warning. There's going to be smoke and haze for much of the province, at least for the next 2-3 days. And so it's just difficult all around. And as I mentioned, the public safety minister said relief in terms of the environment, they're not anticipating that until the beginning of fall.
CBC's Natasha Fatah in Toronto.